There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to Amon G. Carter Stadium in Fort Worth, home to the TCU Horned Frogs. As we'll see the number 22 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on last year's national champion, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Ezukama. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Horned Frogs offense will have the football first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and block out all the noise.
Makes the grab. It's James. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. And he's still running after the move. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. First and 10 coming up. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Red Raiders offense will have its first possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games.
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Red Raiders racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Past the first down marker and still running. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Bring in the heat. They're setting up the screen. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to throw, it's Hammond. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get...
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives in between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now is when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Hammond. Here's the pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. He nails it, a 58-yard field goal. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Horned Frogs are on the move. Makes a man miss. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Made a defender miss. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got it in the middle. It's James. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page.
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Looking to throw, it's Hammond. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. On third down, going up top. Oh, better look out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. The Red Raiders will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Leaves it with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
The Horned Frogs in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it through the air. It's complete! Into the end zone! Touchdown, TCU!
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end. but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to string and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's his 2nd sack of the day. And guess what, dudes? He leads the nation in sacks. You better know where he is on every play. That dude has a knack for getting quarterbacks on the ground.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of interest in this Pac-12 showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Going for the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
and I got to be ready mentally and physically. Mentally, I got to know exactly where the sticks are. 4th and 2, can't dilly-dally around. Got to run physical, got to break tackles, got to go through people, whatever I need to do to get that 2 yards. Nice job running the football.
Rushes on him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. And they get him on the ground. They get the turnover. They get a chunk of yards, and they are in business.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side. Watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Slings it downfield. Got his man. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Right on the money. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Wide open spaces. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Pass completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
2nd down, he'll throw it. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Hauls it in, the first down and more. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it away to crank up the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Quick completion to the right. They've pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
The sure hands. It's Hudson.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage because you know that throw is going to be contested with the defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about.
There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Red Raiders headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, take a gander at what's happening in this interesting battle in the Pac-12. UCLA is down right now inside the Rose Bowl, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Pasadena today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Oregon State. We'll keep you posted on things in this game that's sure to shake things up in the Pac-12. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds a little space. Makes it past the marker. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
How how nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side now. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Hauls it in.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got it in the middle, it's Baker. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Stop is made at the 8, but it'll be enough to set up a first and goal. And the Horned Frogs will try to put one on the board on first and goal. To throw, it's Wegman. Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her...
Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Joyner. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back if he decides to come out of the backfield, because right now they don't seem to have an answer for him.
The Red Raiders will snap it on first and 10. Running to Green. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, the pressure there caused the missed timing.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Grabbed over the middle, it's West. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Off play action. Looking for the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And that's an interesting call, going play action on 3rd and long, because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Finds his man. It's Baker. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. The Horned Frogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Just a short pass to the tight end. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. It's a seam wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Thanks to grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right there.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Snags it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the route is on. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
This should be the last play of the quarter. On the ground, it's Joyner. Runs through the tackle. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to pass. It's Hammond. Gets it out quickly. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Handoff to the lone back. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Wants to throw on third. Grab near the marker. It's Baker. The Horned Frogs get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. He's got it on the run. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be first down, goal to go. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on first and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU! That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected.
He's going to throw deep right side. Pulls it in down the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. This quarterback part of their running game. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. To the air, it's Hammond. Got his man quickly. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. With the catch, it's Eakin. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. He wants to throw it. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that third down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Fires left. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Red Raiders getting set on first and 10. Looking for space. It's Joyner. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. The decision to go for it does not pan out. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Typically, at this spot on the field, you make a fair catch. I'd call that risk-aversive, but it is good field position. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Wong. Here's a heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking...
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, running back on the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. The run from the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He's got him. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all three phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not, and that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.